Wait. RapJunkiesTV, episode 13, and we got Sadiq in here, live from downtown Atlanta. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? What's up?
So, what are you? What do you, producer, rapper? Explain to people where you're coming from.
I'm a rapper and producer. I produce my own beats, rap over them.
That's what's up.
Everything. Writer, everything.
That's what's up. So, what got you started in producing?
Really, I was just tired. I started producing because, like, I would rap over beats, like over on YouTube or something, or buy other people's beats, and it wasn't what I wanted to rap over. Like, it didn't go the way I wanted to go. So
it usually be like that. I was actually with Cash Money AP last night. Really? Yeah.
Oh,
he's
shit.
actually from France. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's a white guy from France, bro.
That's crazy. You would never know that shit.
He doesn't even speak. He speaks English, but like he has a heavy accent.
That's crazy. That's some crazy.
So how long have you been producing and rapping?
I've been writing for a long time.
Yeah.
Ever since I was like 8 or 9. But I really started taking rap seriously like 2 or 3 years ago.
True.
2 or 3 years ago. And I just been like, I always been producing and stuff, but I never like produced the whole song until like earlier this year.
Right. So how old are you?
I'm 18.
18, and where are you from?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
So what brings you down to Atlanta?
Atlanta is really like one of the biggest cities for music right now.
Definitely.
It's popping. And it's continuously growing.
Yeah.
So like,
it's popping as fuck out here.
Yeah. And I like it. Like.
So do you run to a lot of stars down here?
Somewhat. Like, me and my friend was on the bus the other day, and we saw Young Thug like walking down the street.
Swear. Was he fresh?
Yeah, he was fresh. He had all the like fucking ice shit, everything, ice stuff.
Damn.
My friend, he a big ass Young Thug fan, so this nigga was like
freaking out.
Crazy. He was like slum, like. This nigga was crazy. But yeah, so I mean, I haven't really seen a lot of people. But
yeah.
I see some people sometimes.
So what are your favorite producers right now, or you look up to?
Definitely Metro Boomin. And I'd also say like Kirk Knight. You know who Kirk Knight is?
Kirk Knight, yeah, I heard of him.
He like a New York nigga. And then after that, probably like Kanye or somebody.
Yeah,
or like Mike Dean or somebody.
Yeah, Mike Dean's fire too, though.
Yeah, Metro Boomin, that nigga is crazy.
If you could work with like Metro Boomin or Southside, who would you work with?
Oof. Honestly, I probably work with Metro Boomin.
Metro?
Yeah. Just cause I mean it's like Southside got a lot of different shit that I like.
Yeah.
So, but Metro Boomin, I don't know. His shit always bang. It don't matter what it is.
Right. So who could you see yourself actually working with though?
Like producer wise?
Yeah, producer wise or rapper wise.
I mean, I see myself working with more like West Coast people. Just cause they into more like different shit.
Yeah.
And I'm
like
into
West
a lot
Coast
of weird shit. Like so yeah, so I guess like a Vince Tables type person, or like I don't know, like a Soundwave producer. So yeah, like niggas from the West Coast, really.
What are some rappers you look up to?
I look up like Kendrick Lamar, that's like #1, and like Eminem, Kid Cudi.
Fire.
Yeah, like Kanye and Jay-Z and shit.
They're all fire.
I listen to a lot of people, but those are like the main people that really inspired me and shit.
So being an upcoming producer, what do you think? What's some good looks for people to do, like promotion-wise? Like, this is your first podcast, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are going to see this, especially in Chicago, too, Midwest area.
Cool.
Now Atlanta. So what's the biggest struggle for upcoming producers and rappers, especially in Atlanta?
I think it's originality. Because a lot of, like, there can only be one Playboy Cardi, there can only be one Future, there can only be, you know, there's going to be one Gucci, like, and people just they're so like inspired by those type of artists that they want to sound exactly like them, and that's the problem. Like, that's why I feel like people are considered SoundCloud rappers because they can only be good on SoundCloud and nobody really gonna want to listen on another different like platform.
That's a fact, though.
Yeah, so I guess it's like originality, because if you think about it, like people get famous from doing different shit.
Yeah.
Like Lil Yachty, he's got.
So do you think it's like a money thing, an image thing?
I think it's image thing, I guess. Yeah, more
Yeah.
like an image thing. Cause like money will come, it's never gonna go away. But I mean, the more money you have, the more you can appeal to people. But
so how do you plan on getting yourself out there? How do you plan on separating yourself from other people, other rappers?
Just approaching it on a different, like from a different way. Like since I do all my shit, like write, produce, everything, I don't think a lot of people do that like on a consistent basis. And I'm real, like I go out and talk to people. I go to a whole bunch of events and always talk to people and meet new people every day. So that's how I'm just like, ever since I came to Atlanta, I've met like hella people.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
same here.
So it's like, I think that's just the difference.
So you were at AC3. Tell us about that.
Really, I was on my way there. I'm about to network like fuck, like, cause I know it's hella people that's gonna be there, and people are like, it's just gonna be random like celebrities or producers that's gonna just show up. So
right.
Just get my name out there.
So what's the biggest difference? Because you've been to Z-Cab and you've been to AC3. So how do you feel about the industry? Is it what you expected, even though you might not have both feet in as far as you want to? Is it more? Explain the industry a little bit, since you've been around these people. Is it what you thought it was? Is it more business orientated?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I feel like it's what I thought it was. Just because I've like just studied the industry so much, and I mean, there is some surprises, but for the most part, it's everything that I expected so far.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Tell us about Z-Cab. How'd you hear about that?
My boy JB, he worked at the studio that they had, the Camp Avenue.
Oh shit.
And yeah, so
shout out to Loud House Studios.
Yeah, Loud House Studios. He was like, he told me about it, and then he was like, yeah, bro, I get you in for free. Just come through. So I was like, cool. He was like, Zaytoven gonna be there and everything, and he was like, it's gonna be hella producers, so you could link with them. I was like, bet. Went there. Shit was a good turnout.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So, like you said, what are your beats sounding like?
Honestly, I can't even describe it, because it's nothing that I can really compare it to, because I'm so like different. Like, I make beats that you wouldn't think anybody would rap over. But then once you hear the song, you like, oh shit.
So are your beats like Atlanta sound, or you said you like Cali? Is it?
Yeah, it's more.
You like Cali?
Yeah, it's more. I'm really into like, I'm really melodic, so it's like real, just crazy shit. It's more Cali. Sometimes it'd be like some G-Funk type shit.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Kendrick's album?
You gonna look at me crazy?
You didn't fuck with it?
Nah. I think it's the greatest rap album of all time, but people are like, you sucking Kendrick dick. But it's like, I mean, it's just so much. It was a
dope album,
yeah, it's a good ass album.
It's a real good album, bro.
Yeah, that's my shit. Shout out to Kendrick.
Do you have any projects you're working on?
Yeah. I just started working on a project. Lately, I just been dropping singles like every other week.
Right.
But I just started working on a project, so it's in the works. I haven't even developed like a name for it or anything.
Where can people? Do you have any music out?
Yeah, I got my own SoundCloud. It's my name, Sadiq, and I got like a couple old projects out. Just mixtapes of just me rapping over other people's beats, some beats that I produced, and just like singles that I did with a group that I'm in. We call Rich Carter, but they back in Charlotte. So.
Okay,
yeah.
That's dope. So describe the music difference between Charlotte and Atlanta. The music scenes, like, what's the difference?
Well, a lot of Charlotte artists, I feel like they copy what Atlanta is doing. Cause I feel like Charlotte artists want to be like Atlanta artists.
Yeah.
So it's the music scene is big, but it's not like there's no big rappers that really come or have come out of Charlotte yet. So
that's in South Carolina?
It's in North Carolina.
North Carolina. Speaker Knocker is actually from there.
Really?
Yeah. Or not Charlotte, but he's from North Carolina.
Yeah. Like J. Cole from like Fayetteville.
Oh, yeah. How far is that from Charlotte?
That's like 3 hours away from Charlotte.
Oh, really? Is it a small town or what?
I mean, it's smaller than Charlotte. It's relatively small. But, I mean, yeah, like, we have hella talent that comes out of, like, North Carolina.
Right.
Like Steph Curry from Charlotte.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but, I mean, Chris Paul from Winston-Salem. And it's just been random people, like,
yeah.
So, but for the most part, it's no, like, big rappers from, like, Charlotte, North Carolina.
I feel you. So AC3, how was AC3 again?
I'm on my way there now.
Oh, you haven't been?
No.
You haven't been yet. Did you see like Rico Reckless get in a fight?
Really?
Yeah, you heard of him?
Yeah, I know Rico Reckless. That nigga crazy.
Yeah, he got in a fight with like Young Pappy's people, so that shit's
really?
pretty crazy though.
When did this happen?
This happened like yesterday, like last night or some shit at AC3, so that shit's pretty crazy though.
Yeah, some of my friends been going to the event so far, but this gonna be my first day going.
What they been saying about the events?
They been saying it's like fun, like it's lit, like just people they just see a whole bunch of people like Cap G and like
no shit.
Fucking who else is there? Wi-Fi's funeral and shit.
That's dope as fuck. That's dope as fuck. I wonder who else is gonna be there.
Yeah, they was talking about hella people just gonna show up.
Damn.
So
tell us about your creating process. Like, what do you need to create in the studio?
Just a bottle of water in a quiet room. Like, when I'm focused, there's no like, I'm just in it. I'm just into it. But if something breaks that's why I put my phone on silent or I turn it off, because if something breaks my focus, then I'm like, it takes me a longer time to do it.
Do you smoke weed?
Nah, I don't smoke or drink.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So what are some of your favorite studios in Atlanta to go to?
Loud House, definitely. That's like that's really the only studio that I've really been to. Like, I've seen studios, but I've never been inside of them. Loud House, I fuck with it. Like, I'm probably going there next weekend.
Yeah, we were at Media Vision last night, and Alexis Sky walked in.
For real?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Shit. That's crazy. Yeah, they was saying, like, how, what's her name, Young Thug just be renting out Loud House, but from, like, 12 to, like, 6. So he at there, like, in the morning, like, early as fuck, or late as fuck, whatever you want to call it.
That shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That shit's real crazy. So, do you have any advice for any up-and-coming producers that are not from Atlanta, that are moving to Atlanta? What would you give them? What advice would you tell them?
I would tell them to be ready to, like, compete, because it's so many people that here. People just come here just for music. So, for you to stand out, you gotta show that you're better than everybody else. That's really the main thing. Like, that's why I said originality is like number one, because if you sound the same as everybody else, you're not really gonna stand out.
Yeah, that's crazy though. That's crazy. Is there any artists you would want to work with? Like, who could you see yourself working with on your beats? Who would go good on your beats?
My beats, I think like probably like a Joey Badass or Chance the Rapper or somebody. Even though their styles are completely different, I just feel like they're creative enough to approach my beats.
Right.
And then I don't know who else. Like, anybody could really rap over it if, you just get into the rhythm.
Right.
But their voices are just, I guess, they would sound better on the beat.
So what's the content of your music like?
Content as far as like what you mean?
Are you more like a conscious rapper, a fun rapper?
I would say I'm conscious, but I'm really like, cause I'm a kind of, if you ask anybody that knows me, I'm a goofy ass nigga. So I be saying like funny shit in my rap, but I be like talking about real shit, like, but I say it just in a funny way maybe, or sometimes I get real serious. So I guess I'm conscious, yeah.
That's dope. So what do you want the people to know about you?
Uh, I'm Sadiq, and I'm coming up in the rap game as a young artist and producer, and I'm gonna make some noise, within the next year.
Right.
So just get ready.
Tell the people like the importance of investing in yourself.
Oh, it's very important. If for anything, you gotta invest in yourself for anything you want to be. Like, say you're trying to start a business, you gotta invest to start the business, and that's really it. Like every day, I'm always marketing my stuff on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, everything. I'm always like telling somebody, yo, go listen to my song, yo. When you got time, listen to my song. So that's like the main thing.
Right. How do you balance going to school? Because what school do you go to?
Georgia State University.
So how do you balance being a rapper, producer, and going to school? And you say you played sports, right?
Yeah. I grew up like with a lot of responsibility, so I guess I'm just used to it. Like I usually get ahead on my work, so I could be like 2 weeks ahead on my work and then spend a whole week working on music and not have to worry about school.
Yeah.
Like even sometimes if I have a test one day, I'll stay up late the day I have a test, like after the test on music. So that's kind of how I balance it. I just schedule a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely how you have to do it.
Yeah.
So how do you market yourself?
Just straight through social media and walking around downtown. Like it's like random people I just talk to. It's like, hey, you guys like music? And they be like, yeah, I'm a rapper.
Right.
Just showing my stuff. And I'm everywhere. I'm on like Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, everywhere. So YouTube, everywhere. So it's like it's easy to access my music.
What's the importance of marketing yourself? Like, how is important to that as being the artist to market yourself? Or actually, what's like the difference between marketing yourself online? Do you also think you need to be networking in Atlanta too, in person though? Do you think that helps more than online?
Yeah, because sometimes people might not like your music, but if they like you, then they'll support you. You feel me? So like it's better to talk to. I think sometimes it's better to talk to people like in person and get to like let them get to know you or whatever and see how you trying to push your music and what you stand for, so they'll support you.
That's a fact. So what up and coming projects can we be looking for?
I would say I am putting out a project next year, like 2018. I'm not sure what it's called yet. It'll probably be like a mixtape, but yeah, I am working on something. That's all I can say right now.
Would you take a label deal if you had the opportunity?
It just depends. Just depends.
Have you ever been offered any?
I've been offered like what's it called? Yeah, like a label deal kind of, but I didn't take it because they wanted like the rights to my shit. And I was like, fuck that. like, yeah, they just wanted to. So basically, if I was to leave that label, they would own my shit.
Oh, yeah. So how important do you think the business of the music industry is? How important is the business side of it? Because a lot of rappers just come up thinking you make a hot song, you're put on.
Yeah.
In reality, that's not what it is.
Yeah, that's not really. Because the business part is very important, because without a business part, how you going to make money? That's like the biggest thing, and it's a lot of artists that, like you said, just want to make a hit song or whatever, and then think they're gonna be on. But when really they make a hit song, then a label sign them, and then when the deal is over, the label got more money than they do, and when they was putting in all the work. So it's like that's why it's really important.
Yeah, the business side, that's why I want up-and-coming producers, rappers, artists, cameramen, interviewers, whoever. Like, you got to really get your business right.
Yeah.
And you want to connect with the right people.
Exactly.
Or
Yeah.
this thing's not going to work.
Exactly.
It's not going to work, So where can we find your music at?
I'm everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play Music, YouTube, SoundCloud. What else? if you Google search my name, you'll find it like everywhere. Just type in my name on wherever you are. Mad Sadiq, MADSADIQ.
Rap Junkies TV. This was episode 13. Give your shout outs to anyone you want to hear. A lot of people are listening. People you like to meet.
Shout out all my homies. Shout out the homies. And, shout out Kendrick, the GOAT.
Alright,
yeah.
That it. Rap Junkies TV, live from downtown Atlanta with my boy. We had a good interview. I'm going to make sure you guys listen to all his music. Rap Junkies TV, we're out.